Joining me this morning is Vipin Kalra, the CEO of BankBazaar. Vipin, let's talk a little bit more about BankBazaar itself as a company. You have been around for a number of years now, but only recently is BankBazaar making waves here in Malaysia. Describe to us what your company does.
Yeah, so BankBazaar was started in India about 9 years ago. The idea of creating a marketplace for financial services stemmed from a couple of things in India. One, we saw a huge adoption of internet and the e-commerce wave in India. So we knew that the consumers are getting more and more comfortable and wanting to go online to purchase goods and services. And secondly, we realized that when it comes to financial services, consumers are very price sensitive, but also they're very cost conscious and they're value conscious as well. They're value seekers, right? And in a country like India or Malaysia, or in fact for any other market, we still see there's a huge gap between what financial institutions are offering today in an online space versus what consumers are comfortable with. So we see a huge gap in terms of connecting the right kind of consumers with the right kind of product from various financial institutions. So we came up with this idea of creating a marketplace for financial services, just like Amazon. So when you purchase a pair of Nike shoes on Amazon, Amazon wouldn't take you to a Nike store to buy that product. Amazon will sell you that product on the spot, on their website, will keep you to buy for other things as well. And as a consumer, you'll build enough trust with the brand that you come back for other things later on as well. And then behind the scene, Amazon will work with Nike, in this example, to fulfill that order, right? But that's totally not consumers' concern. Consumer will receive the good in 3 days or 5 days, whatever the delivery terms are. We do the same thing in financial services area. At BankBazaar, which is a marketplace for financial services, we work with a number of financial institutions. We bring their financial services and products to our website, such as credit card, personal loan, car loans, home loans, insurance products, as well as mutual funds and investment products. Then we bring consumers to our website, and we know very well that we have to earn that trust from the consumer first before they come and shop with us. So what we do is we basically match the right consumers with the right product from a number of financial institutions.
And the thing is, this proposition is not the first that we've seen in Malaysia. We've seen a lot of other companies do the same thing that you guys are doing, some better than others, of course. What makes BankBazaar a little bit different than your competitors?
Well, we think that there is no competition for what we do, frankly, in a market like Malaysia. We see there are a lot of comparison websites who offer information and allow consumers to compare various products. But no one does what we do, which is to provide a complete journey, end-to-end journey, of comparing, searching for the right product, looking for what is right for them based on their eligibility and based on their preferences from a consumer point of view. And then we match the right product. We assist consumers to apply for the financial institution product. We help them fulfill their application. We help them provide all the supporting documentation. And by the time we go to a financial institution to say this consumer is good to go, we know that we've done some preliminary checks already to make sure that we're not offering a junk lead. Mm-hmm. We go in with a validated consumer lead to a financial institution, so we get very high approval rate. There is no wastage with a very high level of efficiency in end-to-end product, and it's a totally paperless digital transaction.
Of course, building trust requires time. Along the way, you're going to incur cost on your end, overhead costs. Do you have what it takes to sustain yourself?
So I'll answer that in two parts. We are very fortunate to have some very good investors backing us on one side. So we have the likes of Amazon, Experian, which is the largest credit bureau in the world. We have Sequoia, which is one of the largest venture capital company, and a number of others who have invested in us and trusted us with what we've built as a platform and the way we are going about doing our business in a very responsible fashion. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the first part. The second part is we also have earned the trust of financial institutions who are comfortable working with us and offering their product and services to consumers because they know we are going to do the right thing by consumer and by the regulatory sort of requirements.
Of course, we move away from the conversation of your company interfacing with your customers or retail individuals like me to your back end. The ability for you to provide up-to-date information requires a lot of automation, a lot of machine learning. It can't possibly be one human entering the latest, interest rate for a credit card. It has to be automated. How are you managing that process to make sure that all the information that you provide to the consumers are up-to-date, relevant, and most importantly, timely?
Yeah. So I think this is where we are again very different, and that gives us a very good edge in the market. That we have built a technology platform which tries to solve for all the process-related issues that exist in the financial services space today. All the way from identifying a consumer, doing a KYC check, know your customer, in other words, identification checks. We have the capability to assist our financial institution with a better credit scoring, so they can go to the customers who they might not have been able to reach before. And from a consumer point of view, we give financial institution the right level of information right from the source. So there is no scope of any fraudulent activity or duplication of documentation and all of that sort of stuff. So from a consumer point of view, we are providing them a seamless, paperless, hassle-free process. And giving them access to the right kind of product right now, in the right fashion. Which is what consumers are seeking.
Yeah, I want to tie this with the statement that you made earlier about the collaboration that you have with financial institutions. Are there any financial institutions that you are able to mention in terms of the cross-collaboration right now with BankBazaar?
So we work with we have about 85 financial institutions that we've worked with so far, and we are fully integrated with them in the back end as well. Some of them are global banks, and many others are local banks and insurance companies and mutual fund providers. Here in Malaysia, I'm pleased to say that we've just signed our very first contract with one of our very important financial institution partner, and a few more are coming. So we are on the way of following the example of what we've done in India and more recently what we've done in Singapore, and we are on the same path in Malaysia. Our goal is to sign up with a number of partners so we can offer a wide range of product and choices to the consumer, which is what consumers are looking for.
If I would like to accuse financial institutions in this region, is that they're a bit too slow in terms of the fintech revolution as opposed to fintech companies. I could say this, I could level the same allegations against the fintech companies as well. You guys are too fast for the industry to catch up. Along the way, regulators need to understand what you guys do, consumers need to understand what you guys are doing. How do you marry this kind of speed that you guys are operating in with the traditional, old, hefty, bulky world of banking?
It's a very interesting question. Look, the way I look at it is the banks are very good at lending and depositing, two core competency of financial institutions. The other thing they do very well is the risk management. They're very good at managing the risks because they're dealing with people's money, right? So banks will continue to do those core things very well. However, what fintech has done is giving them a new technology to serve their customers better. And I think this is where the old world has to work with the new world of technology to find the right balance, that without compromising on the value of lending and borrowing and risk management, how can we offer a better service to consumer in a faster manner, in a more convenient manner, and at a lesser cost, which is what the consumers are looking for. And I think a company like BankBazaar is exactly in that space where we are leveraging our technology capability, but also leveraging our expertise in digital marketing, because that's what drives the traffic in an online world, and bringing those capabilities to the financial institution who are very highly established in their money management practices, right? So we're bringing the two worlds together to say, let's get the best of both worlds and bring it all to the consumer in the way they want it and how they want it.
Mm-hmm. And do you think that this is placing another area of responsibility on your behalf, on fintech companies, because not only do you have to deal with your business operations, you've got to strike new partnerships with established financial partners, you have to talk to regulators, inform them exactly what's going to happen, and at the same time informing the market guys, this is the way forward, this is how we should do things more efficiently, how we can keep costs down, and so on. Don't you think that all this is bearing a lot of burden on a company like yours?
I wouldn't call it burden. I think we in my case, I've come from working in the financial services industry for about 25 years. We have experts who worked in financial institutions and also who have worked in technology companies. Right? We have people who work for very big brand names like Microsoft, Google, and so on. So we are bringing the best expertise that we can get. And we know how to work with financial institutions because we have a lot of experience of working with financial institutions. We know how to deal with the technology side. We know how to deal with the consumer world in online space. And we also know how we need to balance that equation with the regulators as well. So I think we are in a very fortunate position where we have the expertise that is required to blend this old world with the new world. And at the same time, give our consumers the confidence that whatever we do, we'll do in the interest of consumers in the right way. We can give the confidence to regulators that we will also meet with all the regulatory requirements and will do everything in a responsible manner.
What kind of markets are you looking at right now? Of course, Malaysia is one of them. Where else are you at, and where else are you going to be in the near future?
We've built a very successful business in India. We've learned a lot from that market. It's a very different market, but it's a huge market. We started business in Singapore last year, and we've taken the learnings, our technology platform, our marketing skills, and all the learnings that come from our India business, and we applied those learnings in Singapore, and I think we've created a very successful business model in Singapore as well. This year, we started in Malaysia, and we're on the path of creating a very sustainable business model here in Malaysia as well. Our future plan would be, again, it depends on the success of Singapore and Malaysia, clearly. However, we'd like to see ourselves expanding to 5 to 10 more markets. Markets like Australia, Hong Kong, UAE, Canada, UK, they look very attractive. But at the same time, Southeast Asian markets like Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam are also very promising. Philippines, they're all very promising markets. So we are evaluating all these markets. However, it's very clear in my mind that we have to get our fundamental rights in the existing markets first before we venture into new markets.
Vipin, I wish you all the best. I've been speaking to Vipin Kalra, the CEO of BankBazaar. If you've missed this interview, or if you want to watch other interviews that we have on offer, just head on to awanireview.com or astroawani.com. You can also follow us on all our social sites at 501 Awani or at Awani Review. I'm Ibrahim Sani. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.